Hi beautiful, welcome to my channel. In today's video we are going to rank my top 10 favorite products for the month of June. I am super excited to share with you my top products from everything I tried this past month, and if you are excited for the video, don't forget to please give it a thumbs up before you leave, and also please subscribe to my channel. With that said, let's go ahead and get started. Last month I started this thing of ranking my top 10 products of every month, and this month I'm already regretting that. And let me explain why. I'm going to do it, I'm going to stick to it, but I feel like I have a few products that I have to put in my top 10 this month that are not necessarily like must-haves for me, but because I do want to have 10 products every month, they did make the list because they are really good products. And then I have my top 5 products which I really cannot rank one over the other. I feel like they're all like my absolute favorite, and they're all in different categories, so they're my favorite for different ways. I rank them, but honestly just to put a number in front of them, because this month had such solid releases that 4 out of my top 5 products this month made it into my half-yearly favorites. They are that good, and the one that didn't make it is because it wasn't a 2021 release. Anyways, I'm going to stop babbling and let's get started. This will make sense as I go. At number 10, I have this Artist Couture Supreme Bronze Palette. It is a really nice neutrals palette. It is a solid palette. I do really like it. The formula was great. It blends, it builds. I like that it has the cool tones with the warm tones. Now, I feel like this is not a palette that I would have like run out and bought. I don't think this is a staple in my collection. It is a very nice palette. I really love the slick packaging of it, and I love that this is something that we can wear anywhere and anytime. However, I feel like this is not a palette that I am overly excited for. So to me, it's not a must-have product. However, I did try it this month and it was a really nice release, good enough to make it to my top 10 out of everything I tried throughout the month. But it's just not like a must-have product for me. I hope that makes sense. There's absolutely zero things wrong with this palette. I did really like it. It's just not something that I am extremely excited for. Coming in at number 9 is something else that I tried this month and I did really like. I'm wearing it today. It is my blush, and that is the Natasha Denona Puff Paint. I have mine in the color Daria, and as you can see, it is a very flattering blush. I definitely love the gel-like formula that this one has. It blends really nicely into the skin, and you can use this with like a full face of makeup, or you can use it for the most natural, barely there, naturally flushed makeup look. It is a very solid release. I like the formula. I definitely wish that she would have come out with more shades, but hopefully she'll expand in the future. I don't think that this is special enough or different enough that we need to like run out and buy it by any means, but I do really like using it. I think it blends nicely. Just something else that is good enough that it made it to my top 10 this month, but it doesn't overly excite me either. Moving on to the next one, it is the palette that I am wearing on my eyes right now, and this month was filled with makeup palettes. So we have a lot of makeup palettes in my top ranked products. Just wait for it. But anyways, coming in at number 8, this was my favorite product from the Odins Eye makeup release, and it is the Chapter 1 Tears of Freya eyeshadow palette. It has these beautiful shades right here, and I feel like the reason I'm feeling this palette so much is because it is very summery, very girly. I'm wearing it today, like I said, and I definitely love this top row of colors right here. I'm definitely feeling the softer eyeshadow vibes, and then I absolutely love this shimmer as well. So this one was my favorite palette from the Odins Eye release, and this is one that I am pretty excited about. We're getting into the more exciting products now. At number 8, and I definitely recommend it. So if you saw that video, or if you want to try Odins Eye makeup products, this is one that I think you won't regret having. I absolutely love the packaging. It's like a vintage book kind of vibe, and it is just so pretty. Their formula is quite incredible. This is the least pigmented palette out of the ones that they came out with. However, I think just because I'm feeling the softer vibes, it became my favorite out of the ones that I tried. If you're interested in this or anything else that Odins Eye launched this month, I have a discount code with them right now, and I'll of course leave it down in the description box of the video. Okay, now number 7 is the new Huda Beauty Glowish foundation. This came out right at the beginning of the month. I think I actually uploaded my video on this before my monthly favorites for last month, but it was too new to become a favorite. So this month I've had a lot of time to play with it. I've used it multiple times, and I can tell you I really love it. I don't think, however, this is a product for every day, and I also don't think that this is a product for everyone. I feel like if you have a lot of texture on your face or a lot of hyperpigmentation, this is not going to become your favorite summer tint because it is extremely glowy. So it's going to probably enhance texture, and it doesn't have enough coverage to cover hyperpigmentation. So I feel like if you have those issues, I probably wouldn't go for this one. I have redness on my cheeks, and it doesn't honestly fully cover the redness on my cheeks, but I always use it with a concealer, and the concealer does cover it. So when I combine it and set it in the center of the face and do the whole shebang, I do really enjoy the glow that it gives my skin everywhere. It has a really nice summery glow. The color I got is the number 3, which is a bit darker than me, so it makes me a little bit more sun-kissed looking. And then besides that, it is extremely long lasting. So if you are out and about, if you're going to sweat, if you're going to like a water park and you want to wear some makeup, I definitely would recommend this one because it is a very long lasting skin tint, and you'll have it on all day. Starting with number 6 and moving forward, I am as excited about all of these products. I feel like I put this one at number 6 because I don't see myself getting as much use out of it as the top 5 products. However, it is currently the product that I am the most excited about. If I were to be ranking on like level of excitement, this one would be number 1, but I take into account how often I'm going to use things when I rank them. And so because I don't see myself using this one every day, which I could, but I just don't see myself doing it, I ranked it a little bit lower. But on level of excitement, this is number 1 right here. And I'm talking about the Michaela palette. I still owe you guys a 5 looks 1 palette with this one, and that will be coming at some point this month, and I absolutely love this palette. And I honestly could wear the heck out of this one because if you just cover the bottom rows, it has a bunch of colors that are right up my alley. And I think that is kind of what excites me about this palette, that you have the boldness at the bottom, but then like from here up, these are colors that I really like to wear. Again, for some reason, I just see myself wearing the top products a little bit more than this one, which does not mean that this is not going to get a lot of use and a lot of love, because I mean, you can already tell I have done quite a few looks with this one. This green looks severely damaged after my grandma used it the other day. But yeah, it is a beautiful palette. I absolutely love Glamlight's formula. Can we talk about Glamlight's eyeshadow formula? I feel like I want to go through their website and just like pick out a few things, because the formula on this palette is chef's kiss. It is incredible. The shimmers, you guys know I love my shimmers. The shimmers are incredible. They have the best pigmentation. The matte shades blend like a dream. They are buildable. Not enough good things I can say about this one. It's definitely a favorite for the month, and I got it towards the end of the month, but I had to put it in my favorites because I'm obsessed. I am so obsessed. Now I'm double guessing myself, thinking I should have put it higher in the ranking, but again, I just think that I probably will get a bit more use out of the next few products. But will I? I don't know, because I see myself using this one a lot too. So this is where I made ranking my top products each month a little bit of a problem for myself, because is it number 6? Like I said, on level of excitement, it's number 1. So should I have made it higher in the ranking? I don't know. I'll just stick to what I wrote down. Let's keep going. Number 5. The Norvina palette, and you guys know I'm obsessed with this one. This is one of those products that made it into like my favorite products of 2021 so far video, because this palette is also incredible. I absolutely love the color story. the shimmers, the mattes. It is so blendable. The packaging is absolutely beautiful, so sturdy and durable. And even though it is a massive palette, I feel like I would definitely feel very comfortable traveling with this one because, you know, it has that kind of hard case where I don't think that my shades are going to get ruined in transit, if that makes sense. It also has a fabulous mirror, so if I were to be going anywhere that I needed a big mirror, this palette's got me for sure. I also absolutely love wearing purples and burgundies on my eyes, and that is exactly what this palette gives me. And it has soft colors up here that can be used for daytime, and then very dark colors at the bottom that are perfect to smoke out a look, or for nighttime eyeshadow looks. It would be absolutely perfect. So this one is number 5 right here. Highly recommended if you've been thinking about it. Definitely go for it. I did a 5 looks 1 palette with it, and I absolutely love every single look that I created, and I just can't get enough of it. It is an absolute beautiful palette. I feel like between this palette and this palette, I have had a lot of fun creating really nice looks that I don't usually go for on a daily basis. These are the types of palettes that kind of get me out of my comfort zone a little bit. It's like a nice, fun, enjoyable area where these palettes get me. Now, number 4 and number 3 rank very high because they are very good products, but also because I am going to use the shit out of them. Coming in at number 4, I have the Glowish bronzer right here. This one came out with the Glowish foundation at the beginning of the month, and this one ranks a lot higher because I have not been able to stop using it. It is a bronzer that I'm wearing right now, and I really love it because it is the perfect summer bronzer in my opinion. It's not too warm, not too cool. It's not matte. It gives me a really nice glow to my face. It still gives me dimension. It gives me that sun-kissed, bronzy look that I want to have during the summertime. And it is sweat resistant and waterproof, so extremely long lasting if you want to be out and about in the heat and you want to wear a little bit of makeup. Absolutely love this one. It is pool tested, let me tell you, just like the foundation is, and it's just been a product that I have not been able to put down. The packaging is not spectacular, but honestly, when a product is good inside, it does not matter. This bronzer has amazing formula. You just have to swirl your brush in there and it just gives you nice definition, nice bronziness. It's not flat, just it is summertime perfection. So this is something else that I absolutely recommend if you've been eyeing it, because I think it's worth every penny. It's also not super expensive. I think it's like around the $30 mark, maybe $31 if I'm not mistaken, but I could be mistaken. Coming in at number 3 is something else that I have not been able to put down since I got it. I got it towards like the middle of the month, and pretty much I've used it every time I've done my makeup since. That's how much I like it. And that is something else that has pretty shitty packaging, but it doesn't matter because the product is incredible. So this is the Tarte C Hydro Flex foundation. I have mine in the color 25 Neutral, which is the light medium neutral shade, and this foundation is perfection. It's like a tint. It is extremely lightweight. It has a natural finish. It has beautiful coverage. This one does cover all of my redness. It's one that I don't feel like I have to powder a lot because I don't get greasy or shiny with. It might not last as long as this one. It probably isn't like waterproof and sweat proof. However, for like everyday use when I'm just in the house or running errands, or I just want to look made up for a video like today, this one is perfection. I have enjoyed using this one every single time that I have used it. I think the one day where I have loved it a little bit less is actually today, and that is because I got a little bit sunburned in Miami last weekend. I might have forgotten to reapply my sunscreen, and my forehead was peeling before I started putting makeup on today, and I put on magic cream, which usually just helps to hydrate my face very nicely, but I think my face is just very dehydrated at the moment because of my sunburn. So I felt like today was a little bit more matte than usual on me. But besides today, every time I've used it throughout the whole month, I have been obsessed and in love with this one. So I totally recommend it. It is my number 3 product this month because I just cannot put it down. And I feel like the issue today is much more me than the foundation. What I did to solve the issue, by the way, if you guys are interested, I put it on and I was like, I feel a little bit drier than usual. So I grabbed my coconut oil Kopari coconut rose toner and I just sprayed a bunch of this on and then let it dry, and I guess this probably has a little bit of coconut oil in there, so that just kind of like brought everything back to life and it looks good right now. I don't have any issues with the way it looks, but when I first put it on it did look a little bit too matte on my face. By the way, these two also made it into my half yearly favorites because I have been so obsessed with them. They definitely deserved a spot on that video. Number 2 did not come out in 2021, and that is the only reason it didn't make it into that video, and that is the Mothership number 2 Sublime palette. You guys know I had tons of fun playing with this one this month. I have been collecting a Pat McGrath palette every month, but this one absolutely love. I created this 5 looks 1 palette right here for you guys with it, and I had such fun playing with this one. This Pat McGrath palette, like most of my Pat McGrath palettes back there, let's face it, is just my favorite for nighttime looks. I absolutely love the depth that Pat McGrath gives you in her shadows and also the spectacular glitteriness of her shades. These are nighttime palette dreams. I absolutely love them. They make me feel daring and sexy and just like wonderful. So absolutely love Pat McGrath, and she's still having a sale. I saw on a Facebook ad today that now she has it where if you buy more than $125 you get 30% off. And I don't know if it's been like that all along or if she just kind of like upped the ante on her summer sale. But I did see today, so check out the links down below if you're interested, that if you buy over $125 you get 30% off rather than 25% off, which would have been really good information to have yesterday since I placed my order for Mothership number 3 yesterday. So yeah, I just bought the 1 palette though because I didn't know. But you guys know because I told you. I think now if you buy over $125 you do get 30% off instead of 20% off, which is amazing. And then I feel like you guys might not expect number 1, or maybe you will. I don't know. It's because when I first reviewed this palette I was like, another neutral palette, but I can't put it down. So this one is my number 1 because I feel like I'm going to get a lot of use out of it. See, it's like the opposite of the Michaela palette. I'm like, at the beginning I was like, I'm not impressed, but now I can't put it down. I'm getting a lot of daily use out of it, so I'm like, well, it's definitely a favorite, and it is a top favorite. So without further ado, I'm talking about the Patrick Ta palette. This one came out also at the beginning of the month, and I was like, another neutral palette, we didn't need it, but maybe we did need it because I have been reaching for this one every time I want a neutral or a natural look this month. I love the glitters. I am obsessed with these creams. I think this palette is just so easy to use. It's extremely user-friendly. You can do the most basic matte smoky eye with this palette. Nothing impressive at all whatsoever, and then just pop one of those shimmers on the eyelid and it becomes the most glamorous thing you've ever seen in your life. So I feel like it's very versatile in that sense. I love the depth that you can get with the cream shades, and I absolutely love the glamour that you can get with the shimmers. And then if you don't want to use the glitters, then just with the matte shades you can create really nice multi-dimensional natural looks. I feel like this palette is kind of for everyone, for every day, for every occasion. Extremely multifunctional. The formula is really good, and all of that combined, plus the fact that every time I do my makeup I kind of want to reach for it, that makes it this month's number 1 favorite. But I'm going to repeat myself again. My top 6 are actually my number 1. I think I ranked them this way today, but tomorrow I can rank them differently, and the day after I can rank them differently depending on what look I want to go for or how colorful I'm feeling per se. I don't know, I just feel like those top 6 products starting with the Michaela palette are absolutely fabulous, must-haves. I love that I have them, so if you've been thinking about any of those, 100% get it because you will not regret it. Everything in my top 6 has amazing performance, amazing quality, and they're just simply the best. Anyways, those were my top 10 favorites of the month of June ranked. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up before you leave. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. My name is Patty and I would love to have you join my little family. I love you guys so, so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you, by the way, for all of the love you gave my grandma on my previous video. I adore that lady. She is my favorite person in the whole wide world, and to share her with you guys and to have such positive feedback from you has been the best. I'm such a crybaby. It means a lot to me that you guys had such nice feedback from me on that video because I love her and I wanted to share her wit and her funniness with you guys. Anyways, I love you so, so much. Thank you for being here and I hope to see you back. God. And I hope to see you back in the next video. Mwah. Bye.